and we can move on. Yang baju Manchester United.
Saya. Terima kasih. Nama saya Kamarudin Ahmad. I'm a lawyer asking a question to a fellow lawyer, Datuk Ambiga. From a lawyer to a lawyer. Based on our constitution, I would just like to know apa selepas 9 Julai, are you going to hold more unlawful illegal assembly and violate the rule of law? Adakah nak mencabut keluhuran undang-undang? Negara ini ada undang-undang. Kita rakyat Malaysia menghormati perlembagaan persekutuan. Kita orang Melayu terima semua sebagai warga negara Malaysia. Kita terima orang Melayu, terima orang India, orang Cina sebagai warga negara Malaysia.
Tuan dan puan-puan, saya minta tolong duduk dan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Okey. Okey, para hadirin. Okey, para hadirin semua minta berkenan. Okey, anda semua berikan akal, berfikir, hati dan perasaan. Jadi berikan kerjasama. Dan ini teruskan. Okey. Terima kasih semua. Okey, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saya akan teruskan majlis. Saya minta please can you sit down and please be quiet. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, if you do not stop now, then I'm just going to close the session. Okay? So please sit down. Okay? Okay, good. So the question is now, Datuk Ambiga, is about illegal assembly. Are you going to have more?
Let me answer it lawyer to lawyer. And also let me say I'm not offended by your question one bit. Okay? This is a discussion. I'm glad you asked it. It's bothering you. I want to respond. Now, under the Federal Constitution, there is a right under the Federal Constitution, Article 10, to freedom of assembly. Yes. There is also provision, and as I say, because I'm answering a lawyer, I'm talking to you, there is also provision for Parliament to enact laws in the interests of public security, etc., to restrict, to a certain extent, the right. The problem is that the Police Act and those laws don't just restrict the right. In my view, they actually completely take the right away. And if any legislation takes away a fundamental right under the Federal Constitution, it is void, in my view. And therefore, you cannot restrict a right to the extent that it becomes illusory, meaningless, no point having. To me, you want to match the Constitution with the law, the Constitution is supreme. So, as far as that is concerned, that is the basis upon which we took the action that we did. Now, what after this? I think that was the other question of the gentleman. What after this? What after this depends on, Datuk One, depends on the response to the Bersih requests, which, you see, none of the requests have been said to be unreasonable. Is there anything unreasonable in what we've asked? Answer no. Yes. Nobody can say it's unreasonable. Is it good for the country? Yes. Therefore, it really depends on the response that we get. And this engagement, and that's why I thank Sinar Harian, this is exactly what we need. Yes. This is what we need. And I'm now going to ask Datuk One, and by the way, Datuk One is a brave man sitting here, okay, and I respect him for that. The whole of the EC should be sitting here backing him up, but they said Datuk One. Datuk One, my request to you openly in public, are you prepared, is EC prepared, and you have the powers, by the way, under Section 5 of the Elections Act, you have the power to delegate to a committee any of your powers. Are you prepared to set up a committee comprising representatives from each political party as well as NGOs who will look into all these issues, things like double entry, people who are transferred, all these issues, so that you have a committee who is looking at it, and maybe in 3 months they can come up with a report as to how the electoral roll can be cleaned up. Because I think you also have a problem because of the IC department. I appreciate that. This is why I'm worried about the biometric, because we're going to rely on the IC department whose record keeping is not great. That to me is a problem. So maybe give it 3 months, give this committee 3 months, let them look at all the complaints, let everybody come forward with all their complaints, let them look at it, and then you may need to actually pass some legislation. I agree there too. You may actually need some enactment to allow you to clean up the electoral roll. But are you prepared to accept that?
Yeah. Okay, that's an open challenge, but I think, Datuk, I'm not going to allow you to answer that, because my feeling is, the audience is going to get emotional one way or another. So, can I suggest that you take the suggestion from Datuk Ambiga, and hopefully there will be more conversations after this, especially behind closed doors. Okay, so now we're going to move on. We're going to move on. You see, there are some very familiar faces here.
Yes, saya respond. Refer to Datuk Ambiga.
Yeah, sekejap. And unfortunately, sebabkan banyak muka-muka yang familiar, I know that you are already in engagement with SPR. That's why orang macam Suhaizan memang tak ada peluang lah hari ni. So I will give opportunity to other people. Okay? So, Datuk, do you actually want to answer the question just now?
Go ahead. Dia actually SPR is open to suggestion. That's basic. So we will invite all political parties to SPR to hear their suggestions from now on. And any NGOs yang ikhlas, kita sebut yang ikhlas ini. Tak, because perkara yang kita nak bincang bukan perkara undang-undang. Jadi dia mana-mana badan tu mesti mewakili rakyat Malaysia. Kalau dia datang mewakili satu sektor saja, because SPR nak mendengar because the majorities are there. Please don't think kita di dalam bilik ini kita mewakili majority. Please don't think that. Tuan-tuan, sebahagian daripada rakyat negara ni yang ada hak. Di luar sana, tak berapa ramai lagi yang mempunyai hak untuk bersuara. Ya. Jadi kita kena ingat benda tu. SPR bukan hanya bertanggungjawab kepada 62 NGOs. Ada 2,000 lebih NGO sana. Sebelum Bersih keluar, kita berjumpa dengan Mafril. Sebab Mafril yang banyak nak memberi input kepada kita. Dan Bersih came in. Kita jumpa Bersih dengan hati yang ikhlas dan terbuka. Jadi saya cakap, daripada persepsi yang saya dapat, maaf saya cakap, daripada PRU 11 ke PRU 12, PRU 11, saya bercakap sebab kita pelanggan SPR adalah parti politik. Daripada PRU 11, PAS menang 7 kerusi di Parlimen. Saya akan sebut benda ni, because this one you have to convince the majority outside there. Don't convince yourself. Daripada 7 kerusi, datang PRU 12, PAS dapat 23 kerusi. PKR daripada 1 kerusi, dapat 31 kerusi. DAP daripada 12 kerusi, dapat 28 kerusi. Don pula daripada 576 ya. Barisan Nasional daripada 453 kuasa tinggal 304. PAS daripada 36 kerusi bertambah 84 kerusi. 15 kerusi PKR bertambah 73 kerusi. DAP daripada 0 bertambah 40 kerusi. Jadi my impression here is, bila saya baca akhbar, I read the blogs, I read everything, tuan-tuan tak berpuas hati lagi. Tuan-tuan kata, kalau pilihan raya adil, kita dapat semua kerusi. Sebenarnya tuan-tuan tidak menggunakan fikiran yang waras. Sebab bagi saya lah, the perception that you are giving me, only when you win all the seats, then only pilihan raya adil. Yes. Saya rasa you are not tak sesuai lah duduk berbincang pasal urusan ini.
Sebab tu sesi begini ada faedahnya untuk membolehkan kita dapat pandangan pada audience. Tapi Datuk tadi you just open a Pandora box.
Ya, saya
yang mana
sebab apa? Itulah persepsi yang majoriti di sana.
Ya.
Siapa yang bercakap gitu? Mereka, sebab tuan-tuan dah dipilih oleh rakyat, menang banyak kerusi. Pilihan raya, sistem daftar pemilih inilah yang SPR gunakan 2004. Sistem pilihan raya inilah, daftar pemilih inilah yang SPR gunakan 2008. 2004, parti lawan tuan-tuan Barisan Nasional menang besar. Masuk 2008, sistem yang sama, daftar pemilih yang sama. Tuan-tuan menang pula begitu banyak kerusi. Rakyat di luar sana yang memilih.
Okey, Dok. Saya kita buka soalan lagi. Tapi kalau saya boleh bagi pandangan, Datuk, the reason why kebanyakan daripada kita sini rasa agak kurang selesa ialah gaya bahasa yang digunakan oleh SPR ialah tuan-tuan dah menang, tuan-tuan tak puas hati lagi. This is a very partisan language that is being used.
Izinkan saya jawab yang itu. Sebab terlalu banyak orang membuat persepsi dan tanggapan yang salah. Tuan-tuan sedia maklum ya, SPR mempertahankan diri. SPR ditembak, dituduh daripada pelbagai sudut. Parti Barisan Nasional dia tidak menghentam SPR. Kan? Dengar. Betul saya kata. Macam mana bezanya parti-parti politik, PAS, PKR, DAP dengan parti politik di bawah Barisan Nasional. Saya di dalam SPR, saya cerita pada tuan-tuan. Bezanya pendekatan mereka. Apabila kita berjumpa dengan parti komponen Barisan Nasional, dia akan bercerita mengkritik SPR sama macam tuan-tuan mengkritik. Tetapi bukanlah mencanangkan, mengwar-warkan kepada media terbuka menghentam SPR. Padahal SPR ni nak bekerjasama dengan semua parti politik. Tapi bila wakil-wakil dari Barisan Nasional datang, mereka berbincang secara waras. Tetapi tuan-tuan menggunakan media untuk menikam kita. Jadi takkan SPR nak berdiam diri.
Okay, so on that point, can I again make the point, Ambiga? I think the real problem we have here is you are seen as a tool for the opposition to attack the SPR. And I think this is really not the image that you should be continuing to have. But can we just open the session to?
No, but can I just answer that? So you said attack SPR. Sorry, I have to answer that. We are being attacked. Who has been attacked in the last 6 weeks or 2 months. It's been Bersih. Okay? So I think we have to appreciate that.
Okay.